Well, it's going to be a warm and humid night in the Bluff City of Memphis, Tennessee, as two of the hottest scoring teams in the league face off. Memphis Dino FC just 3 points away from second in the West, while Phoenix continues to try to rise up the table. We'll tell you more about it when we come back in just a moment. Very good evening and welcome to AutoZone Park in downtown Memphis, Tennessee for tonight's USL Championship, a match between the Phoenix Rising FC and Memphis 901 FC. These two teams right in the middle of the Western Conference. I'm Jeff Private alongside Enda Crahan, and Enda, two very good scoring teams here tonight, and both trying to get to the top half of the table.
Yeah, two fantastic teams. Obviously, Phoenix champions last year. It's going to be a massive test for Memphis tonight, and both of them looking to secure points and move up the table. So I'm expecting a cracking game of football tonight, Jeff.
For Phoenix, Remy Cabral started his pro career at 17 years old for PSG. Played on the reserve team. He's been really good for Phoenix.
Yeah, Remy, the French native, 6 goals, 1 assist this season. Powerful, good runner, arrives late in the box. He'll be a real handful tonight for Stephen Glass's side. A lot revolves around this man, and like I said, they're going to have to be on their toes tonight to keep him at bay with 6 goals, 1 assist this season.
No big scoring threat. Meanwhile, Bruno Lapa for Memphis, the Brazilian, they were looking for a secondary scorer, and he is starting to find the back of the net. All of a sudden, Lapa with 6 goals.
Yeah, Bruno, fantastic player, smooth, 6 goals, 1 assist. He can do it all. And he's really found his feet with Marlon high in the 9 and Bruno playing off him. I mean, last week's goal, against Las Vegas was massive. I mean, how far out was that? So Bruno's massive for the team. I mean, he's clicking right now, and if Stephen Glass's side is going to keep pushing up the table, they need more goals like that from the magnificent Bruno Lapa.
Well, both of these clubs about midway through the USL Championship season, looking to make a move and get into the upper part of the table. We'll take a look at the starting lineups. Opening kickoff coming your way next here from Memphis. Going to be a fun night here at AutoZone Park in Memphis, Tennessee for tonight's USL Championship match. As usual in late June, nearing July as the clubs come out. Going to be warm and humid, 88 degrees tonight. A little bit of wind blowing across the pitch. Here's a look at Phoenix Rising. As you take a look, Remy Cabral, their leading goal scorers, and there was 6 goals. He won't start tonight. Expect to see him, though. But look, they've got 21 goals. They are 6th in the USL Championship. Whether you're taking a look at Varela, right, at Varela there, or Armanakis, they can still score.
Yeah, I mean, they've a variety of goals throughout the team. You know, maybe Cabral is suffering a little bit of injury. Maybe they're managing his minutes. But, you know, what a massive impact for Phoenix to come off the bench with a guy like him. So, again, going to have to be on the toes tonight, Memphis 901, to really take the points off Phoenix.
Rios Nova, one of the best in the league, 51 saves in net this year. That is second in the USL Championship. And then a look at Varela, you saw up top. Meanwhile, 4-5-1 here for Memphis 901 FC. Marlon, the big scorer at the top. Then in the midfield, Duncan Lappa, Fernando Hyman, Carriega, Ward, Turchi, Sissoko, Vom Stieg on that back line. Derek, another outstanding keeper this year, 6th in the league with 41 saves. You got two great offenses. You got two pretty good keepers tonight. Yeah,
Tyler Derrick has been phenomenal for this Memphis 901 team. He's been, every time he's been called upon, makes big saves. Again, he's been massive to the success for Stephen Glass, and we need another big game tonight of him, Jeff, if we're going to take 3 points.
Well, see what happens tonight. Again, you're facing a Phoenix Rising team trying to take another title. We're midway through the season as Phoenix comes in at 5-5-6, 21 points this year. They're 3 ahead of the playoff line. They're -7 of first place in the West. Meanwhile, Memphis 901 FC 6-4. They have only suffered a loss in the last 5 matches, but 3 draws. They'd like to get a few more points in these results. Fortunately for them, they're not losing, but you like those 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, you'll take the draws, especially away from home, but definitely here tonight we'll be looking for the 3 points. Stephen will definitely be fancying 3 points and move up that table.
We are ready here at AutoZone Park, and we are underway as Phoenix Rising FC in the Reds and Memphis 901 FC in the Blues tonight. And we'll see who establishes possession and pace early on in this match of 2 teams that score well. Memphis of the goals this year in the top 5. So is Phoenix Rising FC. We'll see if we see more possession tonight, or if we see the teams into maybe get out, try to go over the top and get out and run a little bit.
Yeah, be cagey affair here, I expect, early, just both feeling each other out.
Right now, a little bit of pressure up top by Memphis, not wanting to let Phoenix Rising get comfortable. Here on the near side is Gardo Rito. Puts it back, and still, here's an opportunity. Feeding it, and a nice feed that time by Lappa. Just a little bit behind as he had Marlon coming through. So Memphis nearly a interception and a counter goal that time.
Yeah, almost a dream start from Memphis 901. They'll be looking to build off that now and keep the pressure on here.
So along the back line, and Iowa FC will begin to build. That's Turchi on the near side, off the deflection, and will stay with Memphis. Now to the near side. Turning to the right, that'll be Marlon. Marlon passes off toward the corner. Marlon will now go inside the box. Memphis, a little congested in there, so they'll push it back, regain the shape, and some spacing.
Yeah, Phoenix quite happy to sit.
They'll lift it in, backside, and a header is deflected. And Gardo Rito with the deflection. Good sportsmanship there as they jog away. So Memphis pressing up early. Let's take a look at Danny Stone. He's done a really nice job, served in as assistant coach with Rising Phoenix since 2021, and took them to their first USL Championship and 3rd in the Western Conference. Also was an assistant with Oklahoma City Energy FC, originally from Liverpool, England. He's done a really nice job. The results speak for themselves.
Yeah, done really well. Danny's has taken over as an assistant last year, now head coach. So again, he'll be looking for that championship feel again this year.
So now Phoenix, instead of opting to build from the back, they're just going to go long and over the top, and they look for Cabral, wearing number 91. Again, he's got 6 goals on the season. Take a look at Tyler Darren, again 6th in the league with 41 saves. He's given up 20 goals on 61 shots faced. Saved 67.2% of the shots. Again, a couple of clean sheets on the year, but he has come away with some huge saves and some big moments.
Yeah, massive.
Taking a look at Stephen Glass, head coach. He's taken Memphis to a couple of playoff appearances since taking over. Originally out of Dundee, Scotland. Played at Aberdeen FC. Also a little time with Newcastle United. spent a year's interim at Atlanta United, came up through their system.
Yeah, he's done a great job since he's taken over, Stephen. And you can definitely see the style of play he's bringing to Memphis 901.
And over the top, they were looking for Cabral. Got just a little bit ahead going that time inside the 18 and cleared by Derek. That one will make its way out. That's going to go back to Phoenix. So now Phoenix will have really their best opportunity to get the inbound here on the throw-in and get some possession going.
Yeah, it's been quite scrappy early on here, and Phoenix quite happy to go long. But let's see now they're in the attacking half if they can get the ball down and play a wee bit.
Over to that far side, Tioto had the ball, moves it back up the sideline. Now they'll space things out, regain the shape, and you'll see Morocco Rios Novo come out from that. He'll take the ball now. He'll be a little aggressive, come out, plays that extra defender and allow them to sit back just a little bit. No real pressure yet here as Marlon took a look at him. Now Lapa's going to race over. Two-minute field. Both teams jockey for possession. Finally, it'll come away here to Rito. Down the right side of the pitch. Armanakis gives it away. Pass into the middle. Not bad service, just could not stick on the foot. Vom Steeg with the clear. Vom Steeg, last home match, made a save of his own after Derek had made an initial save. The second opportunity from New Mexico, he took it off the line. That preserved the 3 points a couple of weeks ago here at AutoZone Park.
Yeah, big save. Hopefully we don't have to see those tonight.
Bob Marboy on the near side, and let's see if they give it back to him, and they will. The end of midfield turning. Toto. And they'll just work it again back to Rios Nova. Phoenix being very patient now. Zambrano up through the middle. Varela now, and there's a foul. As you mentioned, it has been physical, even though we're only in the 6th minute.
Yeah, a few early challenges here. Looked not much in it there. I think all smiles already. You can see early though that Phoenix looking to get Zambrano on the ball, break a few lines, and he seems pivotal to the team's success tonight.
So Duncan is the one that committed the foul. Look at things straighten out here as they talk a little bit with Samuel Carriega, the Argentinian, with 3 goals so far in the season. And see if they get things squared away. Didn't see a yellow or anything issue.
No.
I think they just want to make sure everything stays under control here. We want the aggressive style of play, but obviously they are keeping control of it. Now Stephen Glass just asking for an explanation.
Yeah, just feeling it out early with the refs.
And maybe checking lineups. You see the officials talk there. Initially, it looked like Remy Cabral was not going to get the start when we start the match, and he is in the lineup.
Yeah.
And he may be asking, was that put in officially before the match, or did you get in the professional level? You've got to turn that lineup card in at a certain point. You see Cabral right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's. It looks like you're right, Jeff. I think they're talking about Cabral and figuring out why he's in the starting 11 and he was named on the bench. But what can they do about it at this point?
Right.
I mean, I actually,
unless
not sure.
Unless you can force the sub, and then that'd be tough for Phoenix early on.
Yeah.
And that's exactly. You can hear the coaching staff ask.
I mean, even we were confused up here, Jeff. You know, we
had everything set for the match, and you looked down and you showed me that Cabral was out on the pitch.
In the starting 11, but...
Well, it looks like no switches made, so we will play on. That one cleared from the back of the 18. And now you have a 91 FC player back in the 6-yard box right next to Derek. So a little contact made as they went up, and there's Cabral right in the middle of it. I don't know if he made contact with that ball going into the 18. It was cleared from really the back of the 18 toward the 6. And so now things getting, I wouldn't say chippy, but as you mentioned here in just the 9 minutes, already been a physical match.
Yeah, two teams right in the thick of it in the league table. So, I mean, we expected a physical match tonight. We expected two really good teams to go at it. So here we see the challenge.
Zach Duncan back there. No, just unfortunate. Nothing intentional. Just both players going for a 50-50 header, and Duncan took the brunt of that one, but looks like he's up and okay. That's good to see.
Yeah, I think he's all right, Zach, yeah.
So since the trainer had to come out, he will have to come out, and they will be able to insert him back into the match. Plus, let's face it, with a dual header, want to go over there, just do a little protocol, make sure he's okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Bluff City Mafia trying to encourage their 9-0 FC club here early on tonight. Third matchup all time, tied at 1-0-1. They played July 1st of a year ago. It's been nearly a full year, and it was all Phoenix Rising in that match. Yeah,
I actually remember that match really, really well. I think Memphis will want to forget it.
So ready to get underway. Well, one thing for sure, and we're going to have a few minutes added in stoppage time already, and we're just in the 10th minute of this match.
It's been a busy 10 minutes already, Jeff.
All the way down on the goal kick, and Noriega tries to jump in there for 9-1 FC. He'll earn possession. There is Duncan. He's fine. He stays within the match. Duncan races it down. So they'll stay in the midfield. Sissoko takes it along the back line. He's got Turchi to his left. He'll stay to his right instead. They've got Marlin center high waiting. Creeping in behind is Hindman to provide an opportunity. Meanwhile, they'll swing it out to Ward. Ward. Couple of moves. Nice feed. He sees some room. And 901 FC is on the board. Great feed. And there is Zach Duncan. Duncan, just 2 minutes ago, was down on the pitch by his own goal. Obvious he feels fine as he puts the goal in. The Australian scores. Came to Memphis last December of 2023 and gives 901 FC a 1-0 advantage.
Yeah, what a great goal. Great move from 901. We see it here. Fernando switches it to Akeem Ward. Akeem Ward looks on his left. On his right foot. What a ball in the box, and a lovely little tap finish from Zach Duncan. I think that's his first goal of the season as well, Jeff. Brilliant ball into the box. Lovely pace on it, and Zach's just got to help it into the box, into the net. Brilliant, brilliant goal for Memphis 901.
Well, you talk about finding the hole in the defense. What a job of service for Akeem Ward, and smart play by Duncan. Didn't need to pound it home, knew he just needed to direct it into the net.
Yeah, just work off the pace that Akeem had on it, and what a fantastic finish. I think the defender was probably expecting Akeem to go at him down the line, and really smart fullback play there from Akeem, just to come onto his right foot and just help it in the box. And Zach just has to just guide it into the net. Brilliant goal from 901. Great start, 11 minutes, brilliant goal.
So Duncan with his first goal of the season. Ward gets his assist, his first of the year. And Memphis with a 1-0 advantage. Last couple of matches, you saw it against New Mexico 2 weeks ago. Memphis had a run before that of falling behind and trying to play catch-up. They got ahead of New Mexico, ahead early here this evening.
Yeah, really important to get ahead, get the early lead tonight. And really, really happy for Zach Duncan as well. Obviously, he came here from Australia. He's played in Denmark as well. Great pedigree within the game. He's had really good games, just not got the goals. He gets forward, he defends well. Super athlete. That's going to really be big. That could kick him on, Jeff, now to maybe 5, 6, 7 goals this season. So brilliant to see for Stephen Glass's side.
And Memphis does have a penchant for getting out quickly. 5 goals in the first 15 minutes. That's the most in the USL Championship. We'll see how Phoenix Rising responds to that early on. Still a long wait to go. 87 plus minutes remaining here in this match, or 77 plus minutes remaining in the match. We just go into the 14th minute, and back there is Rocco Rios Novo who goes along over the top down the right side. A couple of little moves that time by Rito, but taken off of his foot by Turchi. Gets to Derek and clears, but can't clear it well enough. Into the 18, and Sissoko will clear out and let that bounce right into the waiting hands of Tyler Derrick. So nearly a costly turnover for 9-1 FC. But nothing able to be generated by Phoenix that time. Nico Brett out for Memphis. Phoenix Rising FC at full strength tonight. The injury report presented by Campbell Clinic. That'll be punched out to midfield as they try to make the turn. Quick header over to Ward. Ward looks through. Has it back over to Hyndman. Hyndman went deep. May have been looking for Marlon. He was in the center looking to get some spacing, and Phoenix will go over the top. They had Cabral up the middle. That ball will be sent to the left, but Cabral still standing in about 10 yards high, and that feed is sent well over his head to the near sideline. Meanwhile, it'll be Potmar Boy on the right side. He's got 1 assist on the year. National champion at Clemson University. Spent a couple of years there. He's the College Cup defensive most outstanding player. A 20-year-old, still very young in his pro career.
Yeah, good pedigree there.
That makes it all the way through to Bomb Stig. Now Memphis a chance to get out and run. They've got some spacing. They've got Hyman on the backside. They've got Marlon ahead as they work the right wing. Lapa sends it through to the right. On the line and smothered in front of the net by Rocco Rios Novo. Memphis had a nice build there. Good run. No result, though. Deep into the right. Rito. Nice slide tackle back there by Ward. Dispossesses him back into midfield.
Starting to open up a bit, Jeff, now. End-to-end stuff here.
Billy Boyd sends it through, and Turchi may have gotten away with the one there in the back. Got the arms just slightly extended. Here's Lapa in the middle. Sends it through. Looks like he stays onside the shot, and the save by Rios Novo. Excellent job to come out and cut the angle off.
Yeah, brilliant goalkeeping from Novo. Marlon might want that one back as well. He could probably have went round the keeper. The pace on the ball was brilliant from Bruno Lapa. What a brilliant leading pass. Look at this here again. Marlon probably then, the keeper had set himself, could have went round him, but you know, if he puts it through his legs and it's a goal, we're saying what a brilliant finish. So again, transitional from Memphis 901 has been fantastic. Once Lapa, Fernando, Marlon, once they break out, very, very difficult to deal with. Like I said, the game is opening and, you know, up every second now as well. End-to-end stuff here.
Well, you talk about on that play, Marlon, it was side by side with Finmayer, and he was calling for offsides. And, you know, when he looked back at the official wanting offsides, that allowed Marlon just to race past him.
Yeah, Marlon's got some wheels.
So free kick coming here across midfield. Good opportunity here for Phoenix Rising. 17th minute. Matioto looks like he is going to take the kick after the Memphis foul. Little low line drive. Not a ton on that, but he was looking for Boy. Boy headed it. Now 901 FC's got some numbers, a chance to break out on a counterattack. Lappy's got Marlon ahead, and also Hyndman on the left. Ward will swing it out to the near sideline. Now Memphis will settle in as Phoenix back quickly. And they'll fill up the holes on the defense. Croyaga looking ahead to Lapa again. Duncan keeps possession. Run of play continues. No whistle. Here's Hyndman. Hyndman swings it into midfield at the center circle. Duncan look briefly to the reverse of the field. Instead, I'll go to Sissoko. Back over to the left side. Turchi looking deep into the corner. And there's your offsides.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed with that. They'll be disappointed.
It was a good possession up until the end. They had things set up well, but then Ward got ahead of Edgardo Rito. down the left corner. Rito signed December of 23. He came by way of Oakland, where he played for the Roots. 19th minute, still a 1-0 advantage for Memphis 901 FC after the Duncan goal in the 11th minute. Meanwhile, here comes Duncan again. Duncan swings it over to Hyndman. Hyndman from about 19 yards. There's Rios Novo again going out to his left.
Yeah, Novo's busy already. Hyndman looking to bend it in that far top corner. I think Duncan actually had an option as well for Fernando on his other side. He almost had too many options. He chose Hyndman. Hyndman's just looking to bend it in that far corner. He's looking to use the defender as kind of a shield and just whip it around the goalkeeper, but just not enough whip on it. And Novo's a class act, not going to beat him like that.
Look for the upper 90. Rocco Rios Novo, 16 goals allowed, 67 saves. Shots faced coming into this match with 51 saves. That'll be offside. Saved 76.1% of the shots against. Has 5 clean sheets on the year. Tonight's Memphis 901 FC goal, just the 17th he's allowed this season.
Yeah, he's a good one.
20th minute here at AutoZone Park. So you got 2 top 10 goal scorers, 2 in the top 6 as far as saves for keepers. Going to be a fun matchup to watch the rest of the way. Still pretty early here in the Bluff City of Memphis, Tennessee. Lapa forced back that time by Durantioto. Right side now, Fernando. Fernando has Marlon ahead. Here's Lapa to the left side. Lapa, the one-timer. Yeah, that's going to be stuffed by Rios Novo. Had it on the angle and was able just to keep it out in front of himself.
Again, fantastic football from Memphis 901. Probably, you could see Stephen Glass head in the hands, knows that should have been a goal. Probably could have taken a touch as well, Jeff, and just slotted in the corner. But Memphis 901's movement of Lapa, Cariaga and Hyndman, the 3 of them are rotating who's on the left, and it's causing massive problems for Phoenix Rising. So you see right now Hyndman's on the left, Cariaga and Lapa are central, and they're just the 3 of them are just causing mayhem for Rising. Actually, Lapa was on the end of that one, and I think Cariaga was even there as well.
And toward the corner, that is deflected. Now FC makes a safe play there. No reason to get fancy. They just clear it, they get it out, and you've always got the threat on a long clearance of having it fall to Marlon or Lapa.
Absolutely. And Marlon will just chase and run, and he's powerful, good in the air, he's pacey, so he's a difficult target man for the back 4.
So that'll be Radioto back on the back line against Boy. Well, they'll stick 2 on the back line for the most part, but they have the speed to collapse quickly defensively. Here's Rito. And nothing doing. Loses the ball to Ward. Little chip shot, but that's going to be out of bounds. So Hyndman will defend the throw-in. They'll bring it right to the near side, work it back up to the middle, and Phoenix trying to create something. 901 FC defensively doing a nice job of clogging up the passing lanes. Here's Hyndman over the top again, looking for Marlon. Just too strong on that pass. Yeah,
in the air, probably on the ground, and Marlon's away again. Lots of pace in the transition. I mean, Zach Duncan can go past you as well, so it's kind of a different weapon in there. They have a lot of them as well.
3 official shots thus far for Memphis 901 FC, but they have done a nice job. They've been creating chances and some opportunities without a doubt here in the first 23 minutes of this match.
Yeah, they've had probably 2 or 3 really top chances that they'll definitely be looking back on and know they should have scored, but there'll be more in it, I think, tonight. It looks like a pretty open game here so far.
23rd minute as Hyndman looking deep yet again for Marlon. And like most teams, they know Marlon likes to stay back a little bit. They'll put a mark on him. It's easier said than done, even when you put a mark on a dynamic scorer like Marlon. Yeah, and Marlon is unique as well because he's powerful, so he can hold it up. He can come in front of you. He can run in behind. He can challenge in the air. So he's actually a very difficult striker to deal with.
and not really a natural striker, Jeff. You know, he was a winger, I think, in Birmingham, and I think he went to Israel as well after that. So, you know, I think the playing as a 9 has been kind of new for him. But, you know, when you've got that pace and that power and jumping ability, you know, you can play anywhere across that front 3.
Like a lot of international players, he's had quite a journey out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, signed in December. He had over 90 matches with Tulsa FC, Birmingham, Legion. As you mentioned a year ago, played overseas in Israel. Seen a lot of different styles of the game.
Absolutely.
Noriega takes it in midfield. Got a chance to kind of look things over. Threw off the foot this time of Marlon. Swings it to the right side. They've got Hyman inside the 18. This one will be vaulted high on the crossing pass. So nothing going for Memphis 901 FC here. Early in the 25th minute, they still hold a 1-0 lead with a Duncan goal in the 11th minute. That'll be off Hyman's leg.
We saw Marlon there. I don't know if you noticed. That ball went into his feet, Jeff, and the centre half is towering over him, but he's just so strong that he can hold it and then he can flick it out to the winger. Massive problem for the back line tonight for Phoenix Rising.
And don't play the strategy you see a lot of teams do. A couple of defenders in this set right now, but their midfielders so good at getting back and helping.
Absolutely, yeah.
Midway 25th minute here in Memphis. And here comes Phoenix. Phoenix beating the build just a little bit, but then couldn't keep the footing from Zambrano. And a whistle right around the top of the 18, and that's going to go against Phoenix, and the foul will get the ball back to Memphis 901 FC. There is Remy Cabral, 6 goals. That's 9th in the USL Championship, signed in January on loan from Colorado. He's MLS Next Pro Golden Boot winner. A season ago went pro, as we mentioned, internationally. Of course, he's from Paris, but PSG on the reserve club at just 17 years old.
Yeah, it's not a bad resume, is it? It's been quiet tonight, but sometimes that's most dangerous when strikers are quiet like this. And Remy Cabral will no doubt need not even a chance, but a half chance to nick one for Phoenix.
So it'll be Phoenix Rising FC ball. And they will begin to build. Rito over to the right side has just a little bit of space to maneuver. He'll play the little triangle over here. Romanakis off the foot, and he loses possession. Quickly Lappin. He'll have a 2-man game here with Carriega. Thought about maybe going over the top to see if he could find Marlon. Thinks better of it, sends it back. 901 FC tries to regain a little bit of space. Lappin out a little bit of room. 901 FC showing a lot of patience here on this possession.
Yeah, patience side to side, just moving Phoenix Rising around. We saw Hakeem Ward come inside.
They've got Hyman and Marlon up there. Nice feed through to Duncan. Duncan to the right side. A little hill touch. Loose ball. 901 FC with a 2-0 lead as Marlon with his 7th goal of the season. Beautiful transition.
What a goal again, Marlon. I'm not even sure who actually crossed the ball. It was kind of bouncing around, but Marlon in the right place, the right time.
A couple little deflections there, and Marlon, you know, dynamic score, right place, right time, and you know,
he's not missing from there.
Yeah, if you're that good, you find the right place, the right time.
Yeah, Vom Steeg gets a bit lucky here with a little bounce, and then it's Zach Duncan, little flick. Yeah, and then hey, listen, fair play to Vom Steeg. He gets in the tackle and it rebounds right in front of Marlon, and he's never missing from there. Brilliant from Vom Steeg, brave as well.
Initially looked like a little bit of a heel touch, actually swept it over at the side of the foot.
Hey, 901's not going to complain about that, Jeff. Any goal is a goal at this point in the season. But again, Zach Duncan driving, he's got so much quality. When he drives into the box, so difficult to deal with. And I tell you what, Vom Steeg, again, I think not a natural right fullback, but doing a great job for 901 on the right side tonight.
Carson Vom Steeg out of Santa Barbara, California. 23 matches a year ago, 18 starts, had a goal. Came from Loudon United back in 2022 as the captain of the U.S. national team from 2015 to 17, a national champion at Stanford, and also played at Santa Barbara. He's one of those guys that he makes big plays like he did that. He took the ball off the line 2 weeks ago as Marlin down here for a second. But Baumsteig, one of those quiet guys, just goes about his business, and you look at the numbers and the stats, and you see how much he's contributed.
Yeah, I think last year as well, Jeff, I think they went unbeaten 9-1 in about 8 or 9 games, and he was involved in all of them games. He was fantastic. And listen, you know, a little bit of luck along the way there in that goal, but hey, we talked off air, you and I, you need a little bit of luck in sports, in football, in anything you do. And you know, the fact that he's there, he's putting in the challenge, and it rebounds in the right direction. You know.
Let's take a look at how this developed again.
Yeah. Duncan, willing runner, a little flick in behind. And then Baumsteig, hey, listen, the pass from Duncan was to Baumsteig, and it just rebounded.
You know, he had Baumsteig, and this is important because he may have been looking for Hyndman there, actually.
Yeah,
maybe about 5 feet, but Baumsteig able to redirect that and get it over there for Marlon to score.
Hey, a bit of luck is all you need sometimes, and there's no way Marlon misses that one. I put my house on that one for sure.
I think Baumsteig could maybe see when you're back a little bit that pass was not going to make it over to Hyndman. So let me get in there and try to get in this direction.
I mean, he had to slide, and at that point you're either going to get a corner or something mad like that happens. So fair play to him for getting in there on the tackle as well.
Marlon's going to come off. It looks like he was holding maybe a left thumb or something like that. And gives the right thumbs up to Stephen Glass.
He doesn't
come off. I'll be right back in.
He doesn't need that thumb, Jeff.
Yeah, not supposed to use your hands anyway.
No, he's good. He doesn't need it. Just needs those 2 legs he's got.
Chance for both teams to get hydrated as well. It's not as hot as it has been recently here. Although it's still, you're in the Delta, so it is still, they're gonna spray that hand. But it is 87 degrees here in Memphis tonight, and it is 68% humidity.
Yeah, but the humidity. I mean, I lived in Phoenix for a little while. My wife was from out there. I know a lot of these guys at Phoenix Rising and many coaches around the valley. It's the humidity is not there, so these players are going to suffer a little bit tonight in this humidity instead of the dry heat of the desert they're used to.
31st minute, couple of goals here in the first 30 minutes. In fact, the first 27 for Memphis Iowa FC. Armanakis brings it back. Looks it high to Gratioto. Despite being down 2 goals, Phoenix still being pretty patient back there. And they're a team. Yes, they're down 2 goals, but still 21 goals on the season. They can pop 2 on you in quick succession.
They've got tons of quality, so
it's a dangerous. I know it's strange to say, it's a little bit of a dangerous situation with a 2-goal advantage when you're a club early in the match. You feel in the back of your head, I think, can you get that all-important 3rd goal? However, if you're careless, it could be 2-1 very quick.
Absolutely.
Going to go over the top yet again.
Looking for a foul there, but I don't think so.
Well, we got one there.
Yeah.
Reno just got up under him right in front of the official.
I think he's giving it to Rising player, is he?
Yeah. I think Reno's going to get it. He's going to get a yellow.
Yeah, and Phoenix bench.
There's nothing malicious, but he did get right up under. He took his feet out from under him. Still going to be a yellow regardless. That's going to be Ward who gets up. He'll walk away okay. Ward very active early in the first 15 minutes of this match. Had a couple of opportunities here.
Yes.
Little contact in the back as well.
Yeah. Not sure they're going to give. They're not going to give that one for sure. Yeah, Akeem Ward is fantastic. He's been brilliant for 901, and everything that when he's good, they're good. You know.
I don't want to see a chance. Looking for a potential 3rd goal. Lapa chips it up in the air, punched away by Rios Novo. Still not out of danger. Carriega is not going to let him just walk it up that time. Now clears it, and that will be headed back by Turchi. Chance for Memphis to regather themselves and get back defensively and get the turnover. Now here comes Memphis Iowa FC. It'll be Hindman. Is Hindman that time? Carriega got a little bit too close that time, lost possession.
Yeah, they both kind of ran into each other almost. Carriega and Hindman. They weren't sure who was going to take the ball, and then away goes Hindman.
Yeah, it happens. He clogged up just a little bit there.
He's been fantastic of late as well, Emerson Hindman. Really good for Stephen Glass's side. Operating off the left a little bit tonight, but coming inside. But just such a quality footballer. I mean, you don't get to play at Bournemouth and Rangers and these clubs without being that level of footballer.
They're looking through, and they had the eye on Emerson Hindman. Couldn't quite connect with the Dallas, Texas native. But he was finding himself in about 12 yards out straight away.
Yeah, good run off the left from him.
Memphis will now reverse it out to the near side of the pitch. Quick pass that time from Ward. See if it's a little give and go. No, they'll hang on to it. It'll be Lapa. 3, just the top of the 18. Anyone can take off at any moment. 9OFC's got a few options now.
Interesting one there.
No whistle on contact. Phoenix Rising a chance to put a counter together. Contact made at midfield. Phoenix wanted the foul, not going to get it.
Yeah, he's letting a few go, isn't he?
Once you see how a game, and you can speak to this for Jeremy Shearer, Eric Burton, and Logan Reeves, your assistants, and then Wes Coet, your fourth official. But I think likely in your coaching experience, and once an official sees the first 10 to 15 minutes, kind of the pace and the style of the game that's going to be played, probably dictates what are you going to let go, how tight can you call it in certain matches.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's done a good job, the whole staff tonight, the refs already. I mean, obviously it can change in an instant, but you know, he's let some stuff go, which, you know, both managers are maybe a bit upset about. But hey, you know, you'd rather that than cards flying every 2 seconds and it, you know, stop start type of stuff. So far, I think they've done a good job tonight.
Hyman had a chance to center that ball, but Pot Marboy able to send it out. That'll provide your first true set piece on a corner kick here in this match for Memphis 901 FC. And it's going to be Lapa to take the corner. Opportunity for Memphis. They'll stack it up high. Long to the back corner. Headed over the crossbar. Good opportunity, but just a little high off the head of Lucas Turchi.
Yeah, Lucas Turchi's a massive threat in there as well. I think he actually played up top 2 weeks ago, didn't he, for 901 when they had some injuries. So the man can do it all, but these are bread and butter for him. He just flick and real power in the header as well.
Wasn't far off, not enough top spin for that really to be redirected. 37th minute, again, goals by Duncan, his first of the season. Marlon, his 7th of the year at the 27-minute mark.
Yeah, they were lucky there, Phoenix Rising.
Now through traffic off the foot of Varela. Unable to control anything. Pretty good contact there, and that's going to be hard to let that go. Carriega, and he made that contact right in front of Jeremy Shearer.
Yeah, I'll have to see it again, but it almost looked like Carriega won the ball and he jumped into the tackle. Is it Zambrano?
Yeah. Venezuelan took some contact.
Yeah, he definitely got caught in the hip or somewhere, I think, but here we see it. He touches it past him. Yeah, he's going to give that. He's 4 or 5 yards away. Carriaga obviously doesn't think there's much in it, but he's supposed to say that.
If you hip check in front of the official 5 yards away, you're going to get called. Contact. Again, nothing malicious involved in that, just hard play.
Yeah, the Argentine is over, helping the Venezuelan boy up, so good to see. Nothing malicious in it. And again, I think if you see that type of stuff as the ref, you know, you're less likely to just hand out sloppy cards.
Chips it in. That one is going to go all the way through. They were looking for the deflection and just enough of a touch to give Memphis the ball. It'll be the kick coming up for Tyler Dare. They're looking for a little bit of low line drive. It just wasn't low enough to get any sort of carom inside.
Yeah, maybe they should have hit it with the other, the other player as well, and put a bit more whip on it. But no doubt, it's a decent chance for Phoenix. Set piece.
So Memphis right now and trailing in possession. Phoenix rising 51.2%, 48.8% for Memphis 901 FC. And the duels, though, have been dominated by Memphis at a 60% clip. Phoenix rising, FC, Armanakis. Touch off the back of the foot, nobody home. That's going to roll untouched out of bounds and give it back to Memphis.
Yeah, it's just about seeing the half out now. 40th minute here. Be looking to get into the locker room at halftime, 2-0 up. But again, as a coach myself, these are dangerous minutes now. Last 5 or 6 minutes of the half. Like you said, Jeff, there'll be no doubt a couple of minutes of stoppage time. So it'll be a dangerous 7 or 8 minutes here for 901, and obviously a dangerous 7 or 8 minutes for Phoenix Rising too, because if they concede another one, it's a massive uphill battle. Even more.
Fernando trying to accelerate there in the final third. Couldn't come away with anything. Back to Derek to regain the shape. Now, we had a lot of stoppages early in the first 5 to 6 minutes, so you may see 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time added before it's all said and done.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I think as you talked about into the first half, really they talk about last 5, first 5. Last 5 minutes of a first half, first 5 minutes opening second half. Those are big time minutes that if you fall asleep or you don't come out ready to go in the second half, can be some big transitional portions of the match. Yeah,
I've won games and lost games in those areas, Jeff. It's no doubt both managers will be preaching that to their teams during the week, midweek, and definitely now as well. For Memphis, it'll be game management, right? 2-0 up, let's keep it. And for Phoenix, I'm sure Danny Stone will be saying, let's get at him here. What do we have to lose last 5 minutes?
41st minute here in Memphis. And again, Memphis 901 FC, an early goal in the 11th minute. Duncan with his first goal of the season, and Marlin with his 7th in the 27th minute. And contact made on the trip just across midfield.
Yeah, Zambrano again. You can see Phoenix want to get him on the ball, and just he's crafty enough. He can go at you. He can pass it. He can break a line. But Memphis just haven't let him get going tonight, and that'll be key as well in the second half, is to keep Zambrano quiet.
Zambrano signed in 2022. He started his pro career at just 17 in the first division down in Venezuela. So went pro as a 17-year-old, and he's got some minutes under his belt. Still a young man.
Yeah, he's good footballing education, no doubt.
They'll chip it in. Just one on the near side is going to be Rito, and nothing doing for that. It'll go out of bounds. They will keep the ball as they throw it in to Armanakis. Quickly that time, it was Carriega to close. Didn't give him any kind of space. Now Fernando trying to go over and help out. Nice job by Phoenix to keep the ball. Trying to get into the attacking third, and they were looking, it looked like, for Rito to cut in. Did not take the angle. And now Memphis a chance to create something of their own as Hyman works with the ball to the left. Gets it ahead to Lappa. Now Marlin gives it right back to Lappa. If he can win that duel, he will not. If he had he been able to win the duel, would have had just about 18 yards between himself and the net. It would have been one-on-one with Rios Novo. Meanwhile, back up the middle. Perea pokes it in there. They keep seeming into, if you see it, working from the far side of the pitch, trying to go diagonal over here to this near corner, but just have not had the bodies over there the last few possessions.
Yeah, they've tried to get Traore, I think number 5 as well on this side. They've, and again, maybe the heat is affecting the players, Jeff, so that, Normally they're able to get into those areas, but maybe they're not tonight. It's definitely not working, whatever they're trying. It's 9-1 have actually dealt with it really, really easy. It's been handy enough for them so far in that area.
Ward sends it ahead. Well, it got up a little high, but not high enough for a whistle that time. Gonna stay with Memphis. They're gonna throw it in. They'll be just on the edge of the attacking third as Ward will throw it in for Memphis. Get in the 44th minute, but I'd expect ample stoppage time to be added on to the end of the first half. Hyman. He'll roll out, creates just a little bit of space. Now they'll clear it out. They've got Fernando and Marlon inside the 18. Duncan works with it a bit high. Arriaga. Turchi up the middle. Turning off the heel of Fernando. They try to give it right back to him, but Phoenix sniffed that one out.
Tell you what, Chef, what a goal that would have been. That little flick almost came off at the end too. We might have been standing up for that one and clapping.
That's a nifty, as you mentioned, flick, then rolled out and took off toward the net. Just couldn't get open on the receiving end of the second pass. 45th minute here. Still a 2-0 advantage for Memphis Iowa FC on a warm Friday night here in the Bluff City. Well, we're on the right now. It's going to be Rito. Could be a potential, depending on how much stoppage time you get, into big momentum swing of Memphis. 6 minutes will be added. So that's even more than I thought. You've got 6 minutes, a lot of time. And you talk about whether it's Memphis, if they're able to collect a third goal, or if Phoenix Rising's able to cut into the deficit.
Yeah, I didn't think 6, I'll tell you that.
Foul on Memphis, and the kick will come for Phoenix. A little bit across midfield. They'll back that up and mark it. Hey, can't blame them for trying. They'll have to move that back about 5 feet.
That's what they're supposed to do.
All right, so they're going to line up about 6 on the top of the 18. Now 7 come in. They were a little bit closer last time as Zambrano will take the kick. They went low line drive, but went too high. No carom, no contact. And they take the same angle, and instead it's still ahead of everyone. Traore was the closest one to that ball. So that's the second time they've tried that low line drive. They've just not been able to get acceleration from anyone to get in there and get a deflection.
Too much pace on the free kick from Zambrano. I mean, there's not a hope that anyone gets near it. You almost want to put a bit of backspin on it and just clip it and force the back 4 or the back 6 or whatever's there to drop, and have to deal with it and pick up a second ball or a flick on. But he's just pinged it, and it just out over the sideline. So no doubt they'll address stuff like that in the halftime break, because they've had chances, set plays or dead balls in certain areas. They've just been poor at it.
6-1 shot advantage for Memphis tonight. I want to see as Ward got into Cabral that time. And I guess you have 2 options of what you're talking about there on that free kick. We've seen it 2 free kicks in a row for Phoenix. You either stay with the same pace but lower that angle down there, or as you mentioned, you take a little off of it and get a little higher of an angle.
Yeah, it's just, we'll see here again. Obviously, left footer now, they're going to whip it.
Armanakis, where they're really going to pack at top of the 18 here. So I imagine you're going to see them sweep to the right as you watch at home. Armanakis. And there they go. They'll sweep to the right into the center. Nice effort by Memphis Iowa FC. Never made it to a red kit, and that will be cleared out into the mid-third of the pitch.
Yeah, it was a decent whip by Armanakis. Just nobody in that area. Good pace on it as well.
They left it high, the initial recipient. That one will be kept inbounds. Back over to the near side, Armanakis. And it'll stay with Phoenix. And they've got 3 or so. There's still 3 or so minutes left of stoppage time. They added 6 at the end of the half. Still dangerous territory for 901 FC as Phoenix continues to press up. And that time, it looks like it's going to be Dorotiono who got into the back of Lapa.
There's only going to be one winner when that ball bounces to Bruno Lapa's chest. He's been around a long time. He's crafty.
We still have about 2.5 minutes, approximately, of the 6 minutes of added time. No need for Memphis 901 FC to rush it here.
Absolutely not. I'm sure the manager is telling them to relax, slow it down.
And nothing doing for Memphis on the free kick, just out of bounds. You may have seen Fernando on that far side, if that was the intended target, well ahead of him. But Memphis creates the turnover. Marlon from Lapa. Fernando. And a really nice effort and a little frustration there defensively for Phoenix Rising after the giveaway. And boy, that was a great job by Finmayer to come back and save what could have been that third goal.
Yeah, third goal there at this late in the first half. I would say it's possibly over.
So if Finmayer doesn't race back, well, you've got options.
Yeah, it's chances left and right. But a good chance here again off a set play, and we've got height. Memphis 901. A little bit of argy-bargy going on.
Carriega will take the corner.
And he's got a sweet left foot. He's going to whip this ball into the danger area. This could be the last bit of action, maybe.
Yeah, a couple inside the 6, the rest top of the 18. Now they'll go in motion. About 10 yards away, headed out. And no result that time for Memphis 901 FC. Now a chance for Phoenix to get out and run. No, it'll be Marlon who comes back and dispossesses him of the ball. So now you're looking at 30 seconds to a minute roughly remaining here of the 6 minutes of added time. Derek's going to get it out of his defending third. And Duncan, there's your goal scorers. First goal of the season came to the 11th minute. Nifty little move that time by Duncan, and now he's got a chance to make a little bit of a run. Looks ahead to the right. You got Hyman coming on the backside. Marlon fires. And will come away with nothing that time, but again, a great counter opportunity.
Yeah, again, fantastic. We'll see it. We'll see the replay again. I don't know if we'll see it, but Zach Duncan wins it and then drives at Phoenix. We see it here. Once Duncan starts driving, he commits players. Fantastic little through ball. Fernando lays it up for Marlon. I think it actually had a little hop as well. I think it might have been on target if it didn't hop, but again, shows the effectiveness of this attacking group. And when Zach Duncan picks up that ball, you ain't catching him when he's running at your back four.
Time to get a big drink here on a hot, humid night at the half in Memphis. Couple of early goals gives Memphis a 2-0 advantage at the break. Here in downtown Memphis, Tennessee, is Memphis 91 FC with a 2-0 advantage over Phoenix Rising FC at AutoZone Park. Well, it was just 9 days ago that across the nation we celebrated the Juneteenth holiday, and we sat down with Memphis 91 FC's Akeem Ward, and he talked about the significance of being an African-American player in the city of Memphis.
Hey guys, Akeem Ward here. I'm a Memphis 91 FC player, and I play left back. I've played at clubs, multiple clubs throughout the league, and it so happens that it's not by accident that I play for clubs that have a big black history behind it, and American history behind it. And so I think it just resonates with who I am as a person, as a black man, and then even as a player. United Black Players, we were founded in 2020 by Brandon Miller and Hugh Roberts. The group was founded, as a way to be able to be a safe spot for black players within the league. But now we've kind of grown and taken things a bit further, kind of with the 3 pillars of grassroots, and then we have professional, and then we have professional opportunities, and then also amateur support. Those are the 3 pillars we're really working on, and 3 things that we've nailed down, and hopefully we've been in discussions with the league, hopefully to continue pushing that forward. So my shirt says "Celebrate Freedom." This was a shirt United Black Players kind of did in partnership with the USL. We wanted to be able to give a visual of what we think it could look like, or the perception of what it could look like. This year we only were able to make 60 to 70. We gave them to active members around the league and other guys in the league. Hopefully in years to come, we're able to make something even better and build off this every single year and continue to tell the story of Juneteenth and why it's important. The narrative of it changes and it grows, and people understand that it's not just one particular race that should celebrate it. It should be everyone. Hopefully that shirt is able to kind of give a visual of what Juneteenth is, and it's celebrating freedom. It means more than just soccer, and that's like something that's important to me, because I'm not just a player. Like, I'm a black man first, I'm a son, and there's other things than just soccer. Being able to change things doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly, and being able to do the right things every day is kind of one of the things that helps push forward, and so that's what I try to do as much as I can.
New flavors, the same traditions. Be the guest of honor. Add more flavor to your parties. El Jimador, spiked bebidas.
The best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold.
It will take a miracle to come back from this. Heartbreaking end to the season. But what's this?
For the moments when anticipation
Clock's counting down. 5 seconds. 3, 2.
becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
What a moment.
Space for Hanya! What about that? And the switchbacks jump out in front. Here's Pacheco bearing down a goal. Pacheco! Brings what a field to life!
A 2-0 Memphis 901 FC lead at the half as quickly. And before we look at some games coming up television-wise, pretty impressive performance through the first 45 for Memphis 901 FC.
Yeah, Stephen Glass will be extremely happy. 2-0 up at half-time. Probably dominated the game, restricted Phoenix to very few chances, and so far so good for Stephen Glass's side tonight.
Around the league, talking about getting exposure from a national audience, some big games coming up in the USL Championship, starting off with Sacramento Republic FC against Las Vegas Lights FC. They're going to get that one on the CBS Sports Network because those are perennial powerhouse in Sacramento. They're looking to reclaim the top spot, and that's a game out west that can have a big impact on what Memphis 901 FC and where they're going to finish in the table.
Yeah, all these games so tight this year as well in the table, and same as last year. The league's improved. Lots of teams, improved their rosters, and it's just tough top to bottom.
And then you're going to get on the big network, CBS, Oakland Roots SC, Sacramento Republic, July 21st, and they are sparing no promotion for this big NorCal rivalry. It began back in 2021. Look, you're bringing out some heavy hitters here as far as celebrities.
Yeah, big celebrities getting involved in the league as well, and that's just a massive match. NorCal derby. I mean, it's good to see for the game, and having it on a station like CBS, it's just massive for the growth of the game here in the United States.
You go ahead to August 3rd, Detroit City FC against Rhode Island FC, another CBS game, two clubs. Exciting stadium projects. As we've seen Rhode Island, they're playing as they're trying to get that stadium built for themselves. But Rhode Island's made, I think, a nice impression. We saw them out here about a month ago.
Yeah, it's taken a little bit for them to get going, but I think they just beat Louisville City the other night as well. So, again, big for the league on CBS. Stadiums coming like Rhode Island, just massive for the growth of football in the United States.
Yeah,
brilliant.
They're hoping to have that stadium up and going for next season. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this table. A little bit of separation here and there, but still, if you look at 3rd through 9th, 10th, 11th, still a lot can be done in the playoffs. Again, top 2 or 3, some separation. You see Memphis in 5th, Phoenix in 6th. Memphis just a result out of 2nd place right now.
Yeah, win tonight, 2nd place. But then you look further down the table, you see, I think it's FC Tulsa have only played 14 games. So, again, 3 games in hand on some teams. New Mexico's top as well with playing 14 games. So it's a really tight league, Western Conference, just like the Eastern Conference was last year. And I think that's the testament to the ownership groups of the teams and the staffs, the way they put these rosters together. So brilliant to see.
Right now, 11 of the 12 still in contention for a playoff spot. One result in tonight, full time. It's complete as the Charleston Battery and North Carolina FC play to a 2-2 draw. Then it's going to be a busy Saturday. Miami and Detroit, Loudoun and Tampa Bay, Orange County and Oakland out on the West Coast, Colorado and Monterey Bay, a Western Division matchup there. Birmingham and Louisville City. Those are 2 big rivals for Memphis 901 FC. They're going to face off. Yeah,
it's an interesting Saturday. Top teams, top games. So I'm sure everyone will be keeping an eye on them.
Just a couple of matches, 2-2 draw, and now Memphis 901 FC up 2-0. Here's a look at the Team of the Week for week number 16. There's some familiar names in there. We see there's Philip Goodrin, a former 901 FC player out there, and Colin Shuttler, the Keeper of the Week as far as the Team of the Week. Coach of the Week, Kyle Smith, Rhode Island FC. We were just talking about him. What a job he's done in his first season. That's not easy to put a brand new team together.
No, not easy. Brilliant job, and I expect more from them as the season pushes on.
Meanwhile, here in Memphis, we are at the break, and Memphis 901 FC, again, goals by Duncan and Marlin. They lead it by a score of 2-0. 2-0 advantage for Memphis 901 FC. Here at the break is 901 FC eager to get back out of the pitch. They're already out there getting warm for the second half. I'd be eager too if I got 2 early goals. Let's take a look at how the first half went.
Yeah, first half, it was all Memphis 901 in terms of the really good chances. Very, very little for probably Phoenix to look at. Maybe the quality of ball in the final third, the deliveries and the free kicks, but it was all really Memphis 901. Here's the first goal. Akeem, we think he's going to go at him down the line. He just tucks in, and a great little ball in the box, and Zach just helps it into the net. There we get a look at it again. Brilliant ball. Great way to the pass as well. It's fantastic.
Just found the smallest hole. Wasn't a big hole in the defense, but he found it.
Didn't need it, yeah. Bruno just constant threat all night. Here's one Marlon will want back. Probably could have went past the keeper. Could have been 2-0 up even earlier. And again, Heinemann here had this little chance. Might, trying to use that defender. Lapa had this one as well. So there's a few really, really good chances if you're Stephen Glass. And then here's the goal, second goal. Duncan makes a drive and run into the box, pulls it back from Stieg. Bravery in the tackle, gets a bit of luck. And then Marlon, no chance he's missing from maybe 3-4 yards out. Fully deserved the 2-0 lead. More of the same if you're Stephen Glass in the locker room at halftime.
Marlon, that's his 7th goal of the season. Again, as you mentioned, Duncan, the Australian, with his first goal to go along with an assist on the year. There's Marlon. He's, as usual, been very active up top. Had a couple of one-timer attempts. Could have easily have had a couple of goals in this match. But look, this guy out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, was signed in December, has been everything Memphis would have wanted to get out of him.
Yeah, he's a handful.
And we'll see a few subs now making their way in for both clubs. Just one yellow card in the opening half, despite being a pretty physical match. Officials have let the two teams play. There's been nothing malicious in the match, so they've understood, hey, let the guys play physical.
Yeah.
Good sportsmanship. They're helping each other up. Nothing malicious in this one. No need to issue a bunch of yellow cards.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good contested first half between two very good sides. Let's hope we see more of the same for the second half.
And we are underway. Marlon sends it deep toward Fernando down the near side. Let him a little too strong that time.
Again, straight from the off, 20 seconds in. It's another good chance.
That's what Stephen Glass, we talked about last five, first five. So early in the first, as you mentioned, 15, 20 seconds. Memphis not coming out to kind of feel their way into it. They are trying to be aggressive. Gallardo is in, Rito is out.
No, yeah.
Now we'll see Formella in for the player unnamed. They had an 81, maybe brand new on the club recently signed.
Yeah, you see 901's intent right there from the goal kick. Lapa high, Marlon high.
And
no sitting off here tonight.
You've been in Memphis long enough. You know the wrestling history in Memphis. So we would say number 81 is from parts unknown. Maybe the masked player.
Yeah.
Early on here, just in the second minute of the second half, 47th minute overall in this match.
It's going to bother me for the whole weekend, Jeff, till we figure that out.
Up the middle for Mella. Dariusz Formella out of Poland. Signed in July of 2023. Played in that Polish second division for making his way over to the States. Now, Memphis had the first little push in the first 30 seconds. And scoring, it's not paramount in the first, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes for Phoenix, but they definitely, what's paramount is, can we swing this and start dictating the pace of this game?
Yeah, got to keep the ball. Cannot let Phoenix get into the match at all.
Another push, no call. Now here comes 901 FC down the right side. It's going to be Fernando. Fernando dribbling, cuts to the inside, gets it out. Oh, and Marlon tried for a heel touch to lap. It was just a step offsides. Boy, that was setting up to be a beautiful play.
Almost just very, very close there on the offside. But as you can see now, Phoenix is starting to push more bodies forward, right? Need to chase the game a wee bit as well. Yeah, he's off for sure. but it's going to really, really open up for 901 in the transitions. And when you've got guys like Zach Duncan in transition, he's so dangerous. Marlon, Luis. So as this game goes on and Phoenix get really desperate, more and more players are going to be committed forward. So expect some more chances here from 901 tonight.
7-1 shot advantage for Memphis 901 FC in this match. The numbers as far as distribution, passing accuracy, and Phoenix is one of the best passing teams in the league. 82.2%, 79% for Memphis 901 FC. In the possession game, about even, 51-49 in favor of the Phoenix Rising. But we were looking at the numbers at the break, you and I, and you know, possession can be deceiving sometimes. The duels were being dominated by Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, possession, you can have 70% possession and still lose. He's off.
Oh, ahead again. They had Fernando and Marlon trying to work on a little 2-on-1 there. Well, Memphis is seeing some subs. Azokar out. Here are some more subs. Scarce is now into the ball game out of Arizona. And so early on, as you mentioned, you've been in Phoenix for a little bit, and Danny Stones, you know, he has the dry heat out there, the humidity taking a toll. He's gone heavy on the subs to start the second half.
Yeah, no doubt. It's probably affecting the rising players, that humidity.
Over the top, they've got an opportunity now in the corner. They got 3 up high, including Cabral. Excellent job by Memphis that time to ride him off the ball. At least they're able to throw it in. That was a Ward over there. Because that was setting up pretty nice chance initially with 3 about 15 yards away, and not a whole lot of 901 FC defenders back there at that moment. For Mel on the back door here on the near side of your screen, I would watch for him. Memphis will line up 4 along the back. They'll get a little help back there. Boy, they've been so good on the back line this year between Vomsteeg, Churchy, Ward, Sissoko. You can put Jimenez in there. Tulu can come in there. They're pretty solid back there.
Yeah, no matter what the rotation is, they've been tough to break down.
Early in the 51st minute. Memphis 901 FC, a couple of opportunities. No shots yet in the second half, but a couple of opportunities pushing forward in the attacking third. As they'll bring Rios Novo well outside of the 18. And that's the danger. Now here comes the counter. Fernando has it to Duncan. Duncan touches it ahead, looking for Marlon. And Marlon a little bit wide. He had to feed that through the legs of Potmar Boy on the way to the net.
Really, really good chance again. Phoenix really sloppy as well in possession. And there's Zach Duncan again, just incredible pace in the press. Wins the ball, and I don't know if Zach Duncan's calling for a foul there on Lapa or what. I think Lapa just gets caught in the turf.
Well, you see, that's a big chunk that came up and pointed to it immediately.
But sloppy from Phoenix.
52nd minute, 901 FC able to make a little push again. They got Fernando ahead, and they find him. What a pass, and he's onside. Fernando with the left foot fakes. Just a slight hesitation. From the right foot off the crossbar.
What a strike from Emerson Heineman. He's saying he's pushed as well, but ref's not going to give that, I don't think. But
JP Scarce up there. He's saying that JP put the hand up. Let's take a look at it. Look here.
Yeah, he thought about Marlon. He comes inside and strikes up. I think Marlon might have been offside, but I tell you, going back.
And on the long ball in the 52nd minute, let's take another look here. And that's actually Finmayer that gets in front of him. Scarce is down there. He got a little bit of the jersey.
Just going back to the pass that got Fernando in, the little reverse ball from Bruno Lapa. What a pass that is.
Tyler Derrick tonight. Going to be happy with what he has seen in front of him, especially a few times that Phoenix has got down there and put a little pressure on his back line, has really kept a lot of heat off of him tonight between the posts.
Yeah, the defensive unit's been really solid.
He got a chance now, and he is going to prevent that ball from going through. Formello is coming on the backside. If that gets through, boy, it's point blank.
Rising looking for a handball, but Marlon's in on goal.
Marlon to the right side. They're trying to ride him off the ball, and they do. And look, that's all that Potmar Boye can do. Did a nice job to ride him off the ball, stayed parallel with him, did not let him cut to his left.
Fantastic. But here's the penalty claim. I think they're calling for handball. It's up the side of his head, it looks like. But then Tyler Derrick, what a ping of a pass to Marlon, and he's in on goal.
Potmar, just an outstanding job. Just stayed parallel. It's so easy, and you can speak to this with your coaching background to teach your playing. These are professionals, obviously, but so easy as a player to want to veer left or right, and if you'll just stay parallel,
he's
that's going to prevent the angle.
Yeah, he's done really well there. And Marlon's not easy. You know, he's low to the ground. He's quick. He's tricky.
Carriego punches it to Duncan. Here's Lapa. Lapa looked to Hyndman to the left. And right now, you're just seeing the dual success here from Memphis. A lot of one-on-ones. Phoenix unable to get the clearance, as you mentioned, looked a little bit sloppy at times. And Memphis just being the aggressor.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix they just can't get it going, and Memphis is just in their face. It's press. It's coming. It's coming. I think a third goal at some point here, Jeff.
Lapa will take the corner. They have got Fernando deep right in front of Rios Novo. See Marlon there about 10 yards out, beginning to move. Header, and it's a 3-0 advantage for Memphis 901 FC. Looks like it's Carson Vom Steeg that came in there, gets the deflection, and the third goal. You called it, and it was coming.
Yeah, it was coming. What a great ball into the box from Bruno Lapa. And Vom Steeg, I thought he's had a fantastic game tonight. Just loses his man, and it's a simple header for a guy of Vom Steeg's quality. Poor from Phoenix, poor marking, and they're all just standing there with their hands on their hips. But that's it. That's the third goal we were looking for within 10 minutes. And here we look at it again. Great whip of a ball from Bruno Lapa, and actually Vom Steeg's being held, but you know, brilliant little cush header into the net from. He's not going to miss from there. Just loses his man, and it's quite a simple finish. But again, Bruno Lapa, great ball in the box. Simple for 901, and super sloppy from Phoenix Rising. They'll be absolutely fuming at that. Fuming.
First goal for Vom Steeg this season. Duncan had his first goal to start this
a lot of firsts
match
tonight.
We were talking about Vom Steeg earlier. He's done such a nice job on. But look, he's a line-to-line player. You see him score there. Talking about some of his defensive plays 2 weeks ago, takes the ball off the line, then it got past Derrick, and a guy that you call his name, you know he's being active. He does a lot of the dirty stuff up there that doesn't show in the stat sheet sometimes. Yeah,
and like I said, Vom Steeg, I think last year, primarily a centre back, so for him to be playing full back, popping up with a goal or two, assist, it's fantastic. It shows the transformation of this side under Stephen Glass as well.
Duncan through to Hyndman. Looks ahead. They've got Marlon on the right side as Lapa took the ball. Just a slight bit of contact there and whistled dead against Lapa. But again, you saw a ball there, and you've talked about that it appeared that, I believe it was Scarce was going to take it away, and Lapa just stayed with it, and it nearly had the dispossession and the counter.
Yeah, every time they seem to lose the ball, Phoenix, they're under pressure, just losing it in poor areas. A lot of the teams are losing it. Zach Duncan then is picking it up, and he's ruthless. He's just driving at them constant. You know, sometimes you can pick a ball up in areas. It can go sideways, Jeff. It can go back. But, I mean, this side, the minute they're winning, they're on their front foot. They're either breaking a line, they're taking you on, they're running at you, and it's difficult. Phoenix is having a real tough time with it. Trying to play out, not working. Is it down to tiredness, the road trip? I don't know, but
Formello's pass went behind Berea that time.
We've got a lot of time left here as well. So
here you take a look at the numbers. It's been all 901 FC. 8-1 shot advantage, 6-0 shots on the target. Final third entries have gone a little bit to Phoenix, 43rd, but when they've got it into the final third, nothing there as far as opportunities.
Yeah, again, the XG, another stat like possession that can just be misleading as well. I mean, you can get the ball in there, but ultimately you got to score goals, and you know that's the whole point.
Here's Fernando. Fernando, 2-on-2, and from the backside, just keep adding on to it.
Unbelievable.
Hyman makes it 4-0.
Tell you what, another absolutely fantastic transitional goal. It just pops up to Emerson Hyman, and again, just like Marlon in the first half, he's never going to miss from there.
Well, Fernando waited on the ball, and you just knew once he got his foot on it, they were going to accelerate, and all of a sudden you had a 2-on-2. Hyman comes to the back door. Here's Fernando starting.
Here's Fernando dribbling, overhits it a little bit, and then actually the Phoenix defender plays it into the path of Hyman, and it's a routine little pass into the corner for Emerson Hyman, and that's 4-0. And I think if you're Memphis 901 players, you're anyone that played in that 6-0 game, was it a year or two ago, will be remembering it. And like I said, Jeff, we've got over a half an hour left here yet, and it's 4-0.
Well, when you're having an off night, obviously it's kind of being put to you. That's what you talked about. Traore had a chance, if he wanted to clear that one, to nail it out of bounds, and just a slight touch left the ball right there on Hyman's foot.
Yeah, it's really, really poor from Phoenix. Obviously champions last year. You know, I've watched them a little bit recently against the Battery and other teams. They're a very good side, so this is very uncharacteristic of them. But to credit Memphis 901 as well, Jeff, they've been fantastic. Yeah. Fernando, Zach Duncan, Lapa, Hyman, they've been fantastic, the whole group tonight. So again, however, you can say that Phoenix have been poor on the road, but let's give a lot of credit here to the 901 players, the staff, just the way they're prepared this week, and this is a fantastic first 60 minutes here.
Well, you've seen enough football from back home and in the States you're coaching. You know when a team is having, and Memphis IOC is they're a playoff team, and they're having a very good night. They're playing some of their top-level game tonight. This is a night where it doesn't matter who they would have hosted tonight. This is a team you can tell on this given night they would have probably beaten anyone that came into AutoZone this evening.
Yeah, they're on tonight.
It'll give and go, and they'll leave it back to the left side. Armanakis lifts that one, and here comes Derek. At the most he's had to get out as far as getting up. Had one crossing pass he's able to smother earlier tonight, but again, his back line has just kept all pressure off Derek. Now look, it's probably a night that Derek enjoys. He's made 41 saves. He's come up with some big ones.
Yeah.
He's preserved some draws this year. He's been big in some 901 FC wins.
Big signing for 901. Yeah. Big signing. Big character. Commanding.
Well, he looks the part. I mean, he's got the big physical body.
Absolutely.
Is very active. Knows how to come down and cut down an angle. Into the corner is going to be Marlon. Got Fernando just to his left. Can't control it. That'll get out of bounds. Marlon trying to ask for the corners. Trying to convince him it went off Popmar Boy, but it did not. Do not forget, competition is heating up this summer on CBS. Sacramento Republic FC look for revenge against the red-hot Oakland Roots SC on Sunday, July 21st at 4 Eastern, and on August 3rd at 4. Surging Detroit FC hosts newcomer Rhode Island FC for the first time as USL Summer of Soccer continues on the CBS network.
If you're Phoenix Rising now, it's just probably damage control, really. Unless for a miracle.
If you're Phoenix, and you've probably told clubs this before, is that when we get deflected, it stays in a little bit of dangerous territory as Duncan turns and clears. If it's just not your night, what you want to do is create anything a little positive, some momentum before you go into your next match.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and again, football's crazy, right? You just don't, obviously 901 have to just keep playing their game and not concede at all. I mean, if you're Stephen Glass as well, you're going to want a clean sheet, right? Tyler Derrick's going to want a clean sheet. The back four is going to want a clean sheet, so.
Lapa Touchdown. Fernando was waiting on it. We had a nice shot from angle. It would have been a little bit shot from distance. Now here's the challenge, though, when you talk about Phoenix. Phoenix was battling just behind Memphis coming into tonight. And unless something crazy happens in a 4-0 game, they're not getting any result here this evening. But they've got to stay on the road. They've got to go to San Antonio next weekend. Now, San Antonio sitting 11th in the table, but that's a deceiving 11th. Only 4 points out of the playoff line. So it's a pretty tough road trip.
Yeah, and San Antonio, historically, brilliant club in the USL Championship. I've had the pleasure of watching them live myself here.
Couldn't find Varela that time in the middle. Cabral is out, and there's your big goal scorer. And you've got to be thinking, well, you're down 4-0. Rest his legs for the remaining 30 or so minutes. Get back home, then head back out to San Antonio next week. A little bit closer road trip, but still, you're going Phoenix all the way to middle of Texas. Be another warm one down there in San Antonio as well.
Yeah, it doesn't.
A little bit drier though.
Doesn't suit the Irish, no matter what however you put it, Jeff. I'm not really. You're not selling it to me.
Off the leg that time over there on the far side of Azokar. Chipped up, straight up. That's going to be over the entire net as Gabby Torres, formerly of Hartford, now on the squad with Phoenix Rising. So they're 1-1-3. Both clubs in their last 5 matches have come away with 4 results, but both clubs only 1 win in that form of play the last 5 matches. Now on the road you talked about, and here's where they've struggled a little bit. Just 1 win, 2 losses. They have come away with 4 draws though, so to their credit, Phoenix has been able to pull out 5 results on the road this year, but you always want to try to steal those extra couple of points. There's an opportunity. He's onside. Derek's trying to cut down the angle. He got around him, and Phoenix Rising FC, they'll be on the board here in the 65th minute of play.
Like I said, you want to get that clean sheet, which Stephen Glass will be annoyed about. And you can see Phoenix, again, football's a crazy game, Jeff. You see them carrying the ball back to the middle of the field, ready to rock, ready to go again.
So Formella will get his first goal. Out of Poland, he comes to the right side and just a little bit out of possession. Derek tries to cut down the angle. Turchi tried to race back there. Maybe if he slides, but probably doesn't have a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, he's calling for offside. Bit sloppy, the defending there, to be fair.
That'll be the 22nd goal of the season for Phoenix Rising FC. Still about 25 minutes remaining. If Phoenix gets a second goal quickly, all of a sudden,
yeah, you got a
2-goal lead, but the pressure begins to show.
Yeah, you can't let this happen. And if you're, Stephen Glass will no doubt be, screaming that from the sideline. Hey, listen, we still have to manage this match. There's plenty of time left. Again, football can be, brilliant, and it can be so cruel as well. So you got to be careful.
Ken DeRouche for Mallow with the goal, his first of the year. He was acquired rather, back in July of 2023. Originally out of Poland, played in their second division of soccer, and he's done a nice job. Had 18 shots, 19 now coming off of that shot on the season for Danny Stone's club.
He looks lively, doesn't he?
67th minute here, 4-1 advantage for Memphis IMFC. Well, if you're a fan that made it out to AutoZone Park, you've been treated to some fireworks tonight. We talked about 2 teams that were both in the top 6 in goals. Phoenix 6th in the league, Memphis 5th. You've gotten to see them both showcase their scoring prowess. 901 FC a little bit more than Phoenix tonight with 4 of the 5 goals. And they've got Memphis now a little bit on their heels as Sissoko will get it to Derek. A little bit different the last 10 minutes, though, and that's when you get a 4-0 advantage, a 4-0 advantage. Sometimes it's hard to keep that focus and intensity. Yeah. Right now you see Memphis NFC not pushing up as much. Now here's Fernando. He's got a chance. No, nice feed. Splits two defenders, but offsides. Had Marlin sneaking in there, just about a half step ahead.
Yeah, if you're 9-1, you just got to keep playing. You know, be hungry for more goals if you can. You can't sit back. You can't drop in and let Phoenix come at you. So you can see Stephen Glass saying, "Hey, let's step it up here." This is the last thing you want is another goal, and the pressure comes on, like you said, Jeff.
Out at the far side, now just be headed back to Derek. Well, I talked about if you're Danny Stone, you want something positive in the last 20 to 30 minutes to take things back home and get ready for another road match. Meanwhile, if you're Stephen Glass, you don't want to come out and play 65 great minutes of soccer tonight, but end it kind of sloppy, leaves a bad taste in your mouth before you get back on the pitch in a week.
Absolutely, and road trips ahead as well for Memphis. So,
and the bonus tonight for at least one night. Everything plays out here as it looks like it will. You're going to be sitting in second place. Now you've got a whole lot of Saturday matches to be played. It'll be changing before tomorrow night, but these guys can go to sleep, wake up in the morning, one of the top two teams in the West.
Absolutely.
Over to the right side from Zambrano. 69th minute. Make its way back to Churchy, and he'll just clear this one. It's going to stay in bounds into the corner. And the momentum's going to carry it on out of bounds on the goal line. Had Hindman, but no way he was going to catch up with that ball. '70th minute now here at AutoZone Park. Here at 3rd and Union in downtown Memphis. Coming around now is Torres. Berea now up through the middle. Phoenix might have something working here. They'll have 3 ahead of Berea, who turns. That backside, Fiora. And he's calling for it. A little bit easier for him to call for it than see it all the way across the pitch at times. Can't reverse the field. Torres through the middle. Now they'll find him. Mohamed Fiora out of Senegal here on the left wing. Instead, they'll go back up to Torres, and they try to feed it right back through. NYC did enough to at least get it out of initial danger.
You can see, is it Formella that's come on? He's become a focal point for them, trying to play off him, play into him a lot. They kind of missed that in the first half with Cabral. He wasn't sure whether he was running in behind. He was coming deep to get it. They seem to have more of a game plan, if you want to say, with this number 9 on.
Phoenix now, Armanakis feeds it through. Tried a little heel touch that time, and it was Formella. Formella had turned, but he got the heel touch. He may have had Torres coming through the middle.
He did, yeah. He's a handful. He's definitely different.
72nd minute. Now time down 3 goals, starting to run thin for Phoenix Rising FC as Fernando had the initial takeaway. That's going to get deflected out. Memphis FC is going to get a corner. Boy, they are rushing to get this and trying to keep him off guard. Lapa sends it looking for Marlon. That one's going to be cleared. Not a bad thought. You had a little bit of numbers, had a lot of space there. Get that corner in quickly and see if you can come away with something.
Absolutely. Good chance for 901 again, but you see Formella's just, he's really tricky in the way he's playing as well. He's playing off the shoulder of Turchi as well. So Turchi's going to have to really get a hold of that. And, you know, obviously Hakeem Ward is pressed high, so the space is on that side.
In the midfield, Carriega. You have Lapa ahead. There's Marlon. You see Fernando over here on the right side of your screen. As Memphis still working the far side of the pitch. Back into the mid-third to Duncan, who scored the first goal of the evening, his first of the season. Right side, Fernando. With the left foot, chips it through to Marlon, and Marlon one-hops it into the hands of Rios Nova.
Yeah, Just punches the air. He'll want that one back. Good move again. Marlon gives it, and then just a little deft little chip. Somehow the ball comes down and settles for him enough to take a little volley.
You got a few players down here as they all converge at the same time. Now you're starting to see a little cramping as well here. Akeem Ward trying to stretch that calf out. Cariega trying to make his way up. Looked like he may have had a little contact there with the Ozakar. He'll get the yellow.
Yellow card, yeah.
Second yellow of the evening in this match. I believe that's one for each club. Or actually the second on Phoenix. Rito got the earlier. Yeah. Let's take a look at what happened here. It was initial and intentional contact. I think when he reached up and got a piece of Cariega, official probably thought, well, he grabbed and pulled him down.
Looked like he, yeah.
Paul's going to come into the match now. Leston Paul out of Trinidad and Tobago. Knight Pickering in the match. Barlin will come out. Borzak and Hyman is off the pitch now for Memphis Dynamo FC. So now you're getting some pretty potent fresh legs in here in the last 17 to 18 minutes.
I was going to say, yeah, you got Borzak full of running, Knight Pickering full of running, two young lads.
I'm going to think as active as Borzak has been this year. And he's up there with Marlon a lot of times, and then Lappa contributing, and Fernando. But as active as he is, he's got just one goal in the season.
Yeah.
But I would predict Borzak in the second half of the season going to get a couple of goals there. He's going to have some big goals for 901 FC.
Listen, he creates so many chances. He's fantastic in the press. Energy, athletic. You'll see it here. I mean, he does. You're right. I mean, the chances he gets, he just needs, you know, he's probably a lad that tonight would be nice for him to get one, and then he could maybe get a few, but he does need that goal maybe for confidence. Same with Zach Duncan. Zach Duncan, athletic, quick. It's great to see him get off the mark. You know, Vom Stieg off the mark. So maybe we can see even Knight Pickering, Jeff. I mean, great footballer, under 19 international for the US. He's just, you know, sometimes as a striking player, a forward, you need to get that goal, bit of luck.
Fernando racing ahead. They can't get it to him that time. With the left foot off the hands of Rios Novo, and immediately there's Borzak.
There he is, yeah.
But he just seems to be a guy that's always right in the thick of things.
Always, yeah, always. And you'll see it here the last 15, 20. He'll be the same. He's already had a chance. He's been on the pitch for 20 seconds. Again, Leston Paul thought about the shot. On to Borzak's left, and it's a good save by Novo.
Could have got that back post if Rios Novo doesn't catch just a hand on it. Then you've got the always steady, hard to believe, Leston Paul, signed back in 2018. And what a luxury it is for Stephen Glass and this organization to have a guy with that experience still with his club.
Yeah, he's just Mr. Consistent, isn't he?
Back up high, Zambrano. 76th minute. Again, a 4-1 Memphis Dynamo FC lead. A lot of distance, a lot of elevation on that one. So Duncan and Marlon first half goals. Vom Stieg early in the second half in the 55th minute. Hyman right behind him in 58th to make it 4-0 before Formella in the 65th minute able to put him. And they're going to get a hydration break here. And right now, 68% humidity coming into tonight's match. You've started to see a little of the cramping come up. But again, other than just a little bit of a hiccup where Formella, give him credit, took advantage, did it all by himself between a couple of defenders. Yeah. It's been a pretty solid 77 minutes so far for Memphis.
Really solid 77 minutes. Here we see Vom Stieg's goal again. Great ball, great header. Again, you know, you're looking back, if you're Phoenix, it is sloppy marking, but hey, Vom Stieg has to be right in the area. And then this goal again, sloppy for Phoenix. They actually passed the ball to Hyman. He's never missing from there. It's just... So, I mean, there's a lot to review within this game for a club like Phoenix. You know, it has been sloppy, but 901 have taken them to the sword, and Stephen Glass will be delighted with 77 minutes so far.
Like a lot of matches in the USL Championship. It's one night, it's an off night a little bit, and you're playing a team that's playing at its top level tonight. They'll rebound, they'll be fine.
Yeah, we've seen them. I mean, listen, Memphis went to Phoenix, what was it, a year ago or more, and lost 6-0. I mean, you know, you do have those nights.
Don't forget, tune into ESPN2 for a USL Summer Soccer Showdown between Championship Eastern Conference rivals Charleston Battery and Golden Boot leader Nick Markanich. And they'll take on Birmingham Legion FC with their dual scoring threats, Enzo Martinez and Tyler Pasher. That'll be Friday, July 5th. Next Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern. Trying to stay cool out here. See a lot of fans in the stands tonight. Both fans cheering for Memphis FC and using the fans to try to stay cool.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Well, all smiles today here in the Bluff City, or rather tonight at AutoZone Park. So Derek looks the part of a top-level goalkeeper.
Absolutely, yeah. You're not going to mess with him, are you?
Well, he's backed it up. Coming into the season, 41 saves, 6 in the USL, 67.2% save percentage.
Yeah, he had a couple of years in the MLS as well. I mean, you can tell. You can see and tell why. I mean, he's just quality keeper. Quality keeper.
Traora with the ball on the near side as we're back underway here in the 79th minute. Little tiny maneuver here for Phoenix. Up through the middle. Nowhere to go for Phoenix Rising right now. Now the swinging out left side, little room to maneuver. Turning with the right foot, not there. Looking to the far side, couldn't get the angle. Varela that time, and Derek was right there. So a little bit of a push that time, but nothing doing for Phoenix Rising. And Phoenix, a couple of more pair of fresh legs in there. Gallardo is checked in, the Venezuelan. Don't leave that for Vom Stiegel. Leave it for Sissoko. Duncan now in midfield, still in the match here in the 80th minute after scoring his first goal of the season. I'll leave it back to Derek. Quick touch up the sideline. A little shove in the back, no whistle. Run of play continues. 3 ahead, and here comes Pickering.
What a goal.
And a 5-1 Memphis advantage.
End-to-end stuff. What a fantastic goal from Memphis 901.
Second goal of the season for Knight Pickering.
Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff.
81st minute goal for Memphis 901 FC. And that gets your momentum back tonight after Formella scored the 65th minute. Pickering has been in for about 5 minutes, and here's that feed.
What a pass from Akeem Ward. He still has a lot to do, the young man. Lovely little touch off the left and just buries it low under the keeper. But going back even further than that, I think Dylan Borzek does really well as well. He actually took a knock. Great finish. Great finish.
5-0, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant finish. Great end-to-end stuff. Great football for Memphis 901. And that just put the cherry on it, I think, Jeff.
Yeah. It looked like Rocco Rios Novo thought he might elevate it a little bit. Kept it right along the ground to split the legs.
It's a good finish. And again, like I said, when he came on, you know, the young man, Knight Pickering, lots of ability, lots of talent. Hasn't got the goals that he probably wanted this season. Went away on international duty with under-19s, but you know, always gets chances when he comes into the game, and I'm delighted for the young man that he's been able to pick one off tonight. It'll definitely help his confidence.
They'll go deep again. They were looking for Varela, and they'll keep position. Fidmayer is off. White's in the match now for Phoenix Rising FC. And they get tied up again on that far sideline. This time it's going to go back to Memphis as they exchange it. Thing you got to like if you see Stephen Glass tonight, 5 goals, 5 different goal scores.
Oh, he's going to be buzzing, yeah. Can't ask for better than that, can you?
And you get the Friday night match. You got the rest of the week off to a weekend to enjoy it. You get to watch the matches.
Yeah,
tomorrow night.
The weekend mood's going to be great. not for Phoenix Rising, I'm sure.
Right.
A lot to examine of tonight. Such a great club, Phoenix Rising as well. They won't be happy with this for sure.
Fernando's going to come off, and you'll see Alvarado Quezada check in. Fernando, extremely active tonight. He has been around the goal a lot. Now, he's not going to have a goal to show for it, but he started a lot of opportunities in scoring drives tonight for Memphis 901 FC.
He's superb. He's superb. Great footballer to watch. When he's in the team, they're so much better with him. When he's injured, you can tell they miss him so much.
84th minute, a 5-1 advantage for Memphis 901 FC. They have outshot Phoenix Rising FC 14-5. And this is a Phoenix club that came in 6th in the USL Championship with 222 shots. They've just not allowed them to, even though the possession number is there, not jump into that attacking third and create a lot this evening.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Phoenix is a top club. Memphis have done a really good job of stopping them tonight, and that's what I'm saying. There'll be a lot to evaluate for Danny Stone and his staff on the way home to Phoenix.
Early in the 85th minute here, 5-1, all Memphis 901 FC. As you've seen, Duncan, Marlon, Vom Steeg, Heineman, Pickering all score. There's a 2-0 lead for Memphis 901 FC at the half. A couple of early goals in the second half put the game away. And then, as you mentioned, Knight Pickering, kind of the cherry on the top. Slide tackle by Borzak kept him outside of the 18. They still keep possession. They're going to go up high. One-timer is going to sail high from Formello.
Good chance, actually, for Rising. Bit sloppy from Memphis. Could have cleared it once or twice. It's a really good chance, actually.
Lawrence Wyke, who just came in, really nice service there. He was up with Nashville SC. He was in a couple of, actually 3 U.S. Open Cup matches. He was signed in January this year. Oscar Jimenez is in. Vom Steeg gets a well-deserved rest. His night is done after a goal back in the 55th minute.
Yeah, he's been fantastic tonight again.
'86th minute here in Memphis. And at least for the next 20 or so hours, you're going to have sole possession, or you're going to be in second place. Now, you got a whole lot of matches to be played on Saturday.
Let's hope for a load of draws, maybe.
So far to go, just the 17th match of the season for Memphis. Is still a lot to be played, but keeping yourself above that, not only the playoff line, but you're keeping yourself on that home field advantage line as well.
Yeah, I mean, home field advantage is massive in the playoffs. So, listen, if you're Stephen Glass, you want to be, hey, listen, let's be number one in the West. You know, let's not be sneaking into the playoff spots. Let's be the team to beat.
Well, all of a sudden, you're looking a couple of weeks ago. Tonight, at least, again, you got matches to be played tomorrow. You're only a result out of that top spot in the West.
Top spot, yeah.
Sure, trying to get it inside. Nothing doing as that is punched out. And now 901 FC again has it here in the 87th minute. A chance as they'll work it up to the right side. And it's going to be Jimenez. He tried to work it ahead to Pickering, a little bit too strong in the pass, and you got Phoenix Rising player back behind the play down on the pitch in front of the Phoenix Rising dugout in the 87th minute. Be a little slow to get up. And there was some contact at play, and they wanted a foul initially when this contact was made when this run started for Memphis. Never got it, and then also maybe a little cramping as well. Traora is up, and good to see he's going to be okay. Out of Senegal, signed in January. Spent time with the LAFC organization back in 22. Came to the U.S. at 14 years old. Play some high school ball and then start making his way up the ladder.
Interesting, yeah. Now they've got a quality roster put together, no doubt. They'll be thereabouts at the end of the year, I would imagine.
Potential looking at a playoff match here.
You could be, yeah.
Late June. We could be seeing this again in the fall.
Absolutely.
To the left side, Gallardo. From about 12. That'll land over there on the foot of White. Gets it at the 6. Teams exchange a lot of headers. This one will roll on the turf right into the hands. Nice job by Derek. Didn't risk anything, just got good positioning and smothers the ball in front of the post.
Easy for him there, isn't it? Good little ball in the box. Almost a deflection as well.
Well, that's your experience there. As you mentioned, that rolls up. Could have just been over and picked it up. But, you know, you're going to be fundamental. You're not going to take chances. You're going to get down on the ground, smother it. Don't let it have an opportunity of catching a divot or a deflection there.
Yeah, it's great for easy one for Tyler Derrick, a man of his quality.
Pickering trying to maneuver in and out of a little bit of trouble. Whistle on a hole here. Sissoko now. Yeah, Sissoko wanted to walk the ball back up.
Nice.
Berea wanted to stop that. Pokes it out of his hand. He got whistled. Won't be anything issued. They'll just let Sissoko come out, kick from the mark. Here in the 90th minute, well, we've seen in this match 4 of the 6 goals scored in the second half, so we'll see how much additional time we see. A couple of minutes, I'd imagine, here.
I would imagine, yeah.
Try to turn the corner. Quezada that time.
This gives Phoenix one back for the 6-0 drubbing a while back.
We talked about how they will go to San Antonio. Meanwhile, Memphis, Orange County FC on July 6, 4 minutes.
Tough.
Added.
Tough away trip. I mean, I tell you what, the traveling in the West, Jeff, is difficult, really difficult for this group.
Well, send it ahead. Well, you went with, you know, the USL Championship, some expansion teams, and you're in the East. You're kind of in the middle of the East, just a little bit on the western side of the East with the travel down. Now you're one of the more, if not the easternmost team in the Western Division. That does change a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we're used to the humidity here in Memphis, so going to Florida, DC, North Carolina, Charleston wasn't that big of a deal. You know, now we're going to the dry heats, the desert, 115, 120 in the summer. You know, the California heat, just different, you know.
But they've navigated it pretty well this year.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, about to go to 5-3-2 at AutoZone Park.
Absolutely. I'm getting a few texts over here from Phoenix Rising people. So nice bragging rights for me tonight.
Well, you never know. You switch conferences, go to the East or the West. Who's going to become your Western Conference rival over the next couple of seasons?
Yeah.
See those Western Conference teams now more than you saw them in the past, and see what develops. Nino FC goes to the left side. They've got Lappa in the middle. Pickering dropping down there on the top of the 18 as well. High to Duncan. Duncan to Pickering. Pickering runs into 2. He'll get it to Lappa, and Lappa deflected off Traora.
Tell you what, 91st minute, still Fuller running, aren't they? Lappa, Duncan.
Lappa coming up with the corner. He's got Quezada in front of him. Instead, he'll go to his left. Duncan, he'll stop. Quezada. Sissoko. Lappa just couldn't hang on to that one. lost the footing and it rolls out of bounds. Lapp has been all around the ball tonight. Doesn't have a goal to short, but he has been around it this evening.
Yeah, he's shaking his head a wee bit as well. I think he wants that goal tonight.
Through the middle, you got about a minute and a half, about 90 seconds or so remaining here in the added time, the 4-minute added time. Again, 4 of the 6 goals between these clubs scored this evening. Borzak on that far sideline. He's got Pickering and Lapp. He's dispossessed. With the left foot now. Gallardo has a one-on-one. That was bending a little bit, but not enough to get the far post.
Yeah.
Nice strike, though.
Yeah, good strike. They just haven't got it into enough spaces like this tonight. Just eyes him up, use the defender. Just not bending enough. But again, like we talked about, you know, Phoenix Rising, loads of quality. It just hasn't clicked, Jeff, for them. You know, just that final ball, that final pass. I thought they've been better since they, you know, they took Cabral off, if I'm honest. So he's had a poor night by his standards.
Quezada, centering pass. That'll be vaulted into the stands. You never know. Phoenix the next week. You bounce back, it might be a 5-goal match for them on the road at San Antonio. You never know.
Just like I said,
they can score.
Yeah, this league is both East and West super tight. There we go.
That'll bring us to the end of this match, and it was all Memphis 901 FC. 5 different goal scorers tonight: Duncan, Marlin, Vom Steeg, Hyman, and Pickering for Mella. The lone goal scorer, the 65th minute tonight, as Memphis improves to 7-6-4. Phoenix drops to 5-6-6 overall. At least for a night, Memphis now in second place in the Western Conference of the USL Championship. Of course, a whole lot of games got to be played tomorrow. We'll wrap things up when we come back to AutoZone Park after this break. You're watching the USL Championship. Well, final tonight, it was all Memphis 901 FC, 5-1. They had 5 different goal scorers this evening, and look, Memphis 901 FC played at the top of their game tonight, and I'm not sure if anyone could have come in tonight with the way Memphis 901 FC. Look, there's going to be nights you have off nights. There's going to be nights that everything is clicking, and Stephen Glass got to be happy with what he saw this evening.
Yeah, what a fantastic evening for him and the players. Everything worked, everything clicked. He'll be delighted with it. and move up into second place.
Take a look at it here tonight. Possession, though, was dominated by Phoenix, 58-42. Shots 14-9 as Phoenix made up some ground over the last 30 minutes, but the game was in hand for 901 FC. A 10-3 shot advantage on target. 6 corners, no corners tonight for Phoenix Rising. Duels 1, a slight advantage for Phoenix Rising tonight, and 12 fouls on Memphis, just 6 on Phoenix. It was a physical match. Never got malicious, never got out of hand, but it was physical for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, physical, but a clean game. And, listen, 901 will be delighted. Possession, obviously, a little bit short, but, that's going to happen when you've scored 4. You're going to drop off a little bit and give Phoenix the ball. But overall, fantastic evening for Memphis 901 and looking to build for the road trip.
Meanwhile, for Phoenix, they'll wrap up a 2-game road trip next Saturday at 11th place San Antonio. A chance to get a result before they finally get back home. Meanwhile, Memphis 901 FC is going to start a 3-game road trip. It'll start with Orange County SC, then they'll have to go to Detroit, and then FC Tulsa. So that's going to be challenging, but a chance to get some results on the road.
Yeah, but they've been good on the road this year. Obviously, lots of draws, but hey, they're getting points and they're grinding out results. So good to see.
All right, it was a fun one tonight here in the Bluff City. It was a treat, and
absolutely.
That'll wrap things up here as 901 FC will say a big thanks to the Bluff City Mafia and the rest of their fans here this evening. It started early, and the scoring kept coming all the way to the last 10 in this match. You get a 5-1 win tonight for Memphis 901 FC over Phoenix Rising FC. For everyone behind the scenes on the production staff for Inda Crayon, my broadcast partner, I'm Jeff Brywell. Thanks so much for joining us, and good evening from Memphis.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.